Hello friends, welcome back to the new session and the new chapter. And today we have the new chapter, which is nothing but arithmetic progression. I think you all know about progressions. What is a progression? Progress. Come to the word called progress. So when you come to your class, when you see your report card, they also call it as progress card. Why is it called progress card? Because every year you progress. Every year you progress to one particular extent. So what is your progress? Have you gone further in your marks? Have you gone back? So that is what it is. It just tells you. The progress card tells you that. And from your LKG till your 10th standard, you have progressed to come to 10th standard. So now that is nothing but progression, wherein every year there was only 1 year of your academic study, and after that you have progressed. So the difference between these consecutive years is 1. So that is nothing but progression. So now we come to arithmetic progressions. In arithmetic progressions, you would have learnt about in your lower classes, hopefully I think in your first or second standard, count by 2s, or in UKG also, count by 3s, count by 4s, count by 5s, you would have all done it. Do you remember an example of that? So let me just write count by 5s, which is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and so on. So when you write like this, you would have not even thought that there is some meaning for this. This particular thing is only called as arithmetic progression. We call each number here as a term. So 5 is a term, 10 is a term, 15 and so on. So what has happened here? The difference between 5 and 10 is 5, 10 and 15 is 5, 15 and 20 is 5. So this has happened like this. So it tells that the difference between the two consecutive numbers is 5. They are all consecutive. What is meant by consecutive? One after the other. Okay. So the first number is 5. The next is 10, 15 and so on. So now the difference between these two consecutive is 5 and it goes on the same way. When these numbers have the same common difference, we call it as the arithmetic progression. This series of these numbers are called as arithmetic progressions. So now here in arithmetic progressions, if at all you have seen in your real life as well, you would have thought where exactly this comes. Think that you are getting some 10 rupees from your father today. And every day he keeps on giving you 5 rupees more, 5 rupees more, 5 rupees more, 5 rupees more. Have you ever thought that what will be the end of around 300 days? Okay. So what happens? You exactly take out your box, keep on counting it, right? So now without even counting, if the same amount is given by your dad every day, directly you can use one particular formula which I tell you and find out at the end of 300th day how much you are going to get. What will be the amount? What will that be there? Every day he keeps on increasing that 5 rupees. Today he has given you 10, tomorrow he'll give you 15, day after tomorrow he'll give you 20 and so on. So here what has happened? Every day he kept on increasing your amount by the same number, the difference. So that becomes an arithmetic progression as well. So in nature also we have so many examples. If you see the flowers, there are some petals, they keep on increasing after every row. Okay, just check out all these things. It will be very fascinating to see that we have arithmetic progressions even in nature. Okay, now coming back to this, now I want to give you a formula wherein you exactly can find out on the 300th day how much money your father gives, because it's so nice, no, that your father is giving me so much money. So now I'll tell you how you can find out. Tn, we write it as Tn or An sometimes, okay, whichever you feel it comfortable, is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Okay, this is the formula which we use to find out what you get on the 300th day. Okay, now think that this is only the amount what your father is giving you. This is the amount what your father is giving you. First day 5 rupees, next day 10 rupees, that next day 15 rupees, and so on. So we will find out what he will give on the 100th day. Okay, we will find out for the 100th day. So this A is nothing but the initial term. Initial means first term. Okay, A is nothing but the first term. N is nothing but which we need to find out. The nth term. Here N I have considered as 100. So I write it as 100. D. D is nothing but the difference. Difference in the consecutive terms. Fine. Now if I want to know what I will get on the 100th day, what do? I write A is 5 plus N is 100 minus 1. The difference is again 5. Okay. So that becomes 5 plus 100 minus 1. 99 into 5. Be careful, again we have a BODMAS here. So that becomes 5 plus 9 5s are 45. 4 carry. 9 5s are 45 plus 4, 49. So I am going to get, or you are going to get 500 rupees on the 100th day. Did you understand? See, it's so nice that you know without, you can directly tell your dad that I am going to get 500 rupees on the 100th day. But you also can know like how you can derive this formula. If you just check, see this is A, this is A plus D. That's how we try to note it. A plus D. This becomes A plus D plus D. And this becomes A plus D plus D plus D. Can you see that? Now, if you want to denote them, see here, the first term, I'll write A1 is A. A2 becomes A plus D. A3 becomes A plus 2D. See here, D plus D, 2D. Then A4 becomes A plus 3D. If you see this properly, I can write this as A plus 1 minus 1 into D, because 0 into D is 0. This becomes A plus 2 minus 1 into D. Why did I write 2 minus 1? Because I wanted to connect the number 2, because that is a term. And this can be written as A plus 3 minus 1 into D. And this is A plus 4 minus 1 into D, and so on. If you come to AN, you have A plus N minus 1 into D. That's how you come to this formula. That's how you get this answer, and that's how you get your collected money. It's fine, right? So now we learn much more number of sums based on the same topic. And this is what you're going to learn about, how to find the nth term. But there is something much more craziness when you actually know how much money you already totally collected in this, whatever collection you have now. So that is nothing but the total of the terms. That also I will tell it to you now. Yes kids, it's wonderful to know that your dad is going to give you 500 rupees on the 100th day. Right? Just now we learnt that you are going to get 500 rupees on the 100th day. Without even calculating, without even checking, taking out your box and finding out how much money you have, if I give you a formula wherein you can immediately know and tell that after 100 days I have this much money, your father will be so happy that he just gave you money, but you are able to tell it to him without even counting, right? So now we will find out how much you have the money on the 100th day by using a small trick, a small formula which I give you now. Fine? So now that is nothing but Sn. What is Sn? S is nothing but the sum of the terms. So this sum of the terms can be written as n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, now what happens is, without even finding what is the total, what is the amount, what you are counting 555, I am going to directly find out what you are going to get, how much money you have collected by the money what your father has given. Now I have to know on the 100th day how much you have. So I will write it as S100, and this becomes 100 by 2 into what is A? What's the first day what you got? You got only 5 rupees. So this becomes 2 into 5 plus n minus 1 into d. N is 100 minus 1 into d. The difference is again 5. Fine. So now this becomes 50. 2 5s are 10 plus 99 into 5. Got that? So now what will happen? This becomes 50 into 10 plus 99 into 5. You already multiplied in the previous one while finding a plus n minus 1 into d. So I have 495 here. So this becomes 50 into 495 plus 10. So this becomes 505. Fine. 10 plus 495. Fine. Be very careful in small additions and subtraction, because that's the place where you go wrong. Okay. Now I'll multiply. 5 5s are 25. Again 5 5s are 25 and 0. See the amount what you've got. Can you just even think that you get this much of amount every day when only 5 rupees is being increased? Right? See, 5 5s are 25, again 5 5s are 25, you added a 0 over there, you are getting this much amount. When you add up everything, you get 25,250 rupees. You are a rich boy or a rich girl now, right? So now we will find out how to calculate this in different types of sums, wherein some of the sums are very direct for you in your question papers, and some of the sums are application sums wherein you actually find out what is the given question, comprehend it, write given, either find the term, right, or find the sum of the terms, or find out the difference, anything of that sort using this formula. Fine. So directly I can use either AN or SN to find out what they have asked. Okay. So let us learn much and much more about it by doing more and more sums now.